This is Valley News Live at 4.
Here's a look at today's top 4 at 4. Jamestown police are releasing the name of the woman found dead in a motel parking lot last week. Police say 50-year-old Sabrina Grinsom of Knoxville, Tennessee was found at Two Rivers Inn East around 11:15 a.m. on Friday. Authorities are still waiting on an autopsy to figure out how she died. And 4 people are behind bars following a drug bust in northern Minnesota. Cass County sheriffs say it happened on December 29th after investigators did a search warrant in Pine River. Deputies say they found large amounts of methamphetamine, drug paraphernalia, and ammunition. Teresa Walter and Walter Hill were both taken into custody. Teresa Mead and William Stemtana were arrested as part of a second investigation on January 7th. And Fargo Public School students are officially headed back to the classroom. According to Superintendent Rupak Gandhi, students will remain in their current learning model through the end of this week. Schools will go back to in-person learning on Tuesday, January 19th, when the semester begins. This applies to elementary, middle, and high schools in the district. And the FBI is warning you about armed protests at all 50 state capitals next week, following the riot at the U.S. Capitol. Last Wednesday's event have led to dozens of arrests and a potential coronavirus outbreak in Congress and Trump impeachment proceedings. We'll have the latest from Washington, D.C. coming up. And that wraps up today's Top 4 at 4. Now let's get a first look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Hey, Hutch.
Hey, how are you? I hope you all had a great weekend. What a great start to the week, almost spring-like for some of us. There's still a pesky problem with some areas of fog, but looking at our high temperatures so far today, many of us near freezing or above in Jamestown with another 34-degree day. The warmest weather is in the central Dakotas, where it's nearly 50 in Mobridge, South Dakota, but Bemidji hanging right in there at 29 gorgeous degrees. We do have some reduced visibility up near the Langdon area. It is near zero there at times, including now. Look at the sunny skies in Fargo. We're expecting a little bit of cloud cover, maybe some patchy areas of fog in the area as temperatures slip into the low 20s for the evening. Likewise, look at the Grand Forks area. A lot more cloud cover up north there as we head into our evening. Oh, you know what, Callie? It can't last forever, and it will not. Changes begin Wednesday, and we have declared a first alert weather day for Friday. Snow, wind, and winter is on its way back. I'll have complete details here in just a few moments.
All right. Thanks so much, Hutch. And the Fargo Police Department is alerting the community about a high-risk sex offender living in the area. 26-year-old Damian Orton is living at 734 College Street North in Fargo. Orton was convicted of sexual imposition on December 29, 2014 in Burleigh County District Court. He sexually assaulted an intoxicated teenage girl. And for many Minnesota bars and restaurants, today couldn't come soon enough. Governor Tim Walz gave the green light for businesses to have dine-in service with 50% capacity. The owner of Herbert and Gerbert's in Moorhead opened their doors for dine-in, hoping customers are as excited as they are. He says the big day is a big step towards a sense of normalcy with hopes of reaching 100% capacity.
It's been a long time since we had customers in to be able to sit down and eat, and we have a lot of requests from our regular customers. How soon can we come in? So I'm looking forward to seeing some regular faces again.
On the Minnesota side, bar service is allowed to resume with customers in groups of 2. People will be able to order at the bar but have to go back to their tables. Service ends at 10 p.m. And House Democrats have formally introduced an article of impeachment against President Trump, and leadership says it will move forward on it this week if the 25th Amendment is not invoked soon. Congressional Republicans are expected to hold a conference call this afternoon. Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
I object.
Objection is heard.
Republicans blocked the Democrats' resolution calling on Vice President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove President Trump from office. The move sets up a full House vote Tuesday.
Gets rid of him. He's out of office.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says that if the vice president does not respond in 24 hours, Democrats will move forward with an article of impeachment accusing the president of inciting an insurrection. A House impeachment vote could come as soon as Wednesday, but if passed, the Senate may not begin a trial until after President-elect Joe Biden begins his term.
My feeling is if we impeach him this week, that it should be immediately transmitted to the Senate, and we should try the case as soon as possible.
Several Republicans have pushed back on impeachment talk, saying the move could be inflammatory. With the inauguration just 9 days away, President-elect Joe Biden says he's not worried about taking the oath of office publicly.
I'm not afraid of taking the oath outside, and we've been getting briefed. Let's go!
The chief of the National Guard says up to 15,000 troops could be deployed to the nation's capital between now and then. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is calling on the public to stay home, and she's asked the president to issue a pre-emergency declaration.
This inaugural planning period has to be very different than all the others.
President Trump has been largely silent these past few days after Twitter and other social media platforms blocked his access. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The FBI continues to ask for help identifying those who participated in last Wednesday's assault. So far, at least 58 people have been arrested in connection to activities in or around the Capitol, and the Justice Department has filed more than 55 criminal cases. And new details are emerging about law enforcement's desperate efforts to protect lawmakers inside the Capitol last Wednesday. This video was taken by a reporter as the violent mob seized the Capitol. In the video, you can see an officer single-handedly trying to keep an advancing group of rioters at bay. As the mob reaches the second floor, the officer pauses and looks to his left. Just a few feet down the hallway are doors to the Senate chamber, which was still in the process of being secured. The officer then leads the mob in the opposite direction, potentially saving lives. And another social media setback for President Trump and his supporters. The app Parler went offline after Amazon said it would no longer give cloud services to the company. The decision comes in the wake of Wednesday's riots at the U.S. Capitol. In its email to Parler, Amazon Web Services said it had flagged 98 examples of posts that clearly encourage and incite violence. Earlier, Apple and Google removed Parler from its app stores. And the Minnesota Department of Health has a new way of letting people know that they've been in contact with someone with COVID-19. COVID-aware exposure notifications are available to Minnesotan iPhone users with iOS 12.5 and above. You'll get a notification letting you know that you can opt in without even having to download the app. To keep things anonymous, the app uses random codes associated with the user's phone. The codes change every 10 to 20 minutes and will never track your location. Health experts say more that people that opt into this tool, the more effective it will be. And West Fargo will hold their free COVID-19 rapid testing events for another month. Testing will take place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Wednesday from now until February 10th. If you'd like to participate, just head over to the parking garage at the Lights Plaza and follow the signs to the testing area. The city says screening for its asymptomatic visitors only, so if you are sick, isolate at home and call your doctor. Participants are encouraged to register before getting tested. And attention country music fans, WeFest has announced their 2021 headliners. The festival will open with Florida Georgia Line on Thursday, August 5th. Dierks Bentley will be the headliner on August 6th, and Blake Shelton will close out the festivities on August 7th. Tickets for the three-day festival drop this Friday at 10 a.m. For 37 years, the massive event has made its home to the Sopass Ranch in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. And authorities in Washington, D.C. are still picking up the pieces after last Wednesday's assault while trying to prepare for the upcoming inauguration. We'll have more details from the nation's capital next.
And our time lapse shows beautiful skies developing over the Southern Valley today as our high clouds drifted out of here. More frost and fog in the area, though. Look at this gorgeous scene near Colfax. We'll have details on big changes heading here this week right after this.